Rock on. All right, cool. So we just finished listening to Chase Hallfolder, big cover artist on the Tubes, doing a really cool cover of Animal by Neon Trees. And then we kind of just trickled into some newer content of his to see how his voice is going. But we're going to move on. This next song is, let's see. So this is, I think I need to find it because there's a timestamp in here. Yes, it's at the 23-minute mark. It's so funny because YouTube is now showing you when people get the most views on their videos by like those little like graphs. And this song, like literally the 23-minute mark that Ms. Chuck Terry requested for their request for the month, where this song is from, is where the request. Anyway, so it's like a 25-minute video, 27-minute video, and the 23-minute mark is where the most views are. So, and that's where we're starting. So, excellent. Cool. So this is going to be Faouzia singing the song Elon. I wonder if that has to do with Elon Musk. Same live stream quarantine concert as for the Tears of Gold reaction. Thank you for indulging me. By the way, you could do the whole concert with or without Tears of Gold. All right, interesting. Let's do it. Ms. Chuck Cherry, thank you so much for joining and supporting on Patreon. This one is for you. Take out Mike. Peace out, Mike. Take care.
Oh, honey, the truth is I don't really like you. I know you don't like me. It's long gone. We run out of phrases. We run out of pages. Our novella's shorter than we thought. We can keep pretending, play pretend it's fun when we got on the costumes at the show. But we've been throwing punches, we've been throwing daggers in an auditorium all alone. All the smoke and mirrors are long gone. All the pretty flowers are dead and thorns. Every little thing we do is toxico. You feed me the poison I've been feeding you. All the smoke and mirrors are long gone. All the pretty flowers are dead and thorns. Every little thing we do is toxic. It's so toxic. So I'll go, 'cause I don't like us anymore. It doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon to know that it's so wrong. So I'll go.
I see now. Dude, Faouzia is always just a freaking bop. Her voice, man. His ex by now, yeah. Yeah, Grimes makes some good music as well. Oh, honey, the truth is I don't really like you. I know you don't like me. It's long gone. We've run out of phrases. We've run out of pages. I know that it's shorter than we thought. We can keep pretending. Play pretend is fun when we got all the costumes at the show, but we've been throwing punches. We've been throwing daggers in an auditorium all alone. Wait, where's the line? It doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon to learn that it's all wrong. You know, it's like one of those songs about just like heartbreak, you know, things falling apart. She has a really, really awesome vocal embodiment of that pain, too. Musk revealed on Friday, September 24th, that he and Grimes split, explaining that their work put a strain on their relationship because of the distance. Oh. We still love each other, see each other frequently, and are on great terms. That's beautiful. Doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon. Snore alarm. Good night, Yap. Sleep well. Okay. I get it. All right, let's talk about the singing.
Spoken like a true soul. To know that it's so wrong.
You know, she does use a little bit of that like trill in her sound. I know someone mentioned once to me, she uses a little bit of that like twang in her sound, that like Middle Eastern sound, you know, the trills, the different kind of harmonies and the subtones, not subharmonics. Arabic influences, yeah. So she has Arabic influences in her family, in her culture, and she uses that in her singing, which is super lovely. She ebbs in and out of that really high pressurized sound. So on longer sustained notes, you hear that the sound kind of flattens out and gets kind of broad, right? So she kind of ebbs, and then she releases pressure for the trill. So it's a really artful way of using the instrument, using, you know, really pushing on it and then letting it defuse, letting the air, you know, depressurize to get more flexibility out of it. I mean, it's a perfect use. She's also like an engineer, right? So she understands how physical mechanisms work. Maybe that's not what she's thinking about. However, I just think that might be an interesting, you know, coincidence.
It doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon.
A little bit of yodeling, a little bit of that tasteful voice cracks. You stop it. You stop it. Hold up, sorry. I did not see that coming. Woo! I mean, it's like simple, forward, bright head voice, right? It's kind of like the opposite of what we do in opera, right? It's right in there, but it's all on the breath. It's just all riding the breath. Isn't it beautiful? Yo, Jim, it's like whenever we get Faouzia up in here, it's a treat. It's so beautiful.
I can't really stand you. I know you can't stand me. It's alright. Can we just be honest? We break every promise. Don't you know that two wrongs don't make right? It's imagination. We're hallucinating, making up a story that's not there. Temper overload. We're at each other's throats like there is no tomorrow. It's not fair. All the smoke and mirrors are long gone. All the pretty flowers are dead and thorns. Every little thing we do is toxico. You feed me the poison I've been feeding you. All the smoke and mirrors are long gone. All the pretty flowers are dead and thorns. Every little thing we do is toxic. It's so toxic. So are you glad? 'Cause I don't like this anymore. It doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon to know that it's so wrong. So are you glad? 'Cause I don't like this anymore. It doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon to know that it's so wrong. It's so wrong. Hey, yeah.
I've never heard a riff like that before. With that much fluidity, with that much legato, right? Legato is an old Italian term, just describing the connection between the pitches. It's not even like a slide. It's just so glossy, and every pitch is crystal clear. Oh, yeah, I don't even know. Faouzia, F-A-O. I'll spell it out. Faouzia. Yeah, there you go. Faouzia. So Faouzia is an artist that is she's an engineer, and she started making recordings in her parents' basement, and is just an amazing vocalist. I don't know what else to say. It really makes some special noises. It's stuff like that. Stuff that adds her cultural influence, her cultural heritage into her singing in an incredibly beautiful way. Yeah. Yeah, musical genius, like vocal melodic genius. It's so special. That's it. That's it. I want to hear more. Yeah, okay, so she composes herself, she plays all the instruments, she's a faisant. She knows how to do it, how to make it, how to write it. This is the only recording of the song? That's crazy. This is a sick song though. She should publish it. It'll blow up, man. When was this concert? August 2020. Damn. All right, you do you. The flexibility, the facility here, this is all, and one thing that's really interesting is when she sings lyrics, it's all in that low, relaxed, chesty place. But what that means is that it frees up. She never gets bogged down by anything. She's not trying to take that mechanism up or anything. She's not trying to power up. She relies on pure acoustic in her sound to get into these higher, lighter vocalism. So when she does these accents, these riffs, these trills that are just on like an open vowel, ooh, or ah, whatever, it goes right into it. And she has that specific timbre saved right there just for that. So it never interferes, and she has more flexibility because she's using more timbres in the voice, right? You can either do that all at once and get a full sound, or you can compartmentalize a little bit and give a more varied palette in your performing. It's not on the EP. Clear mistake. Well, that was gross, Horacle. I'm gonna have to ban you for like a minute or so. Yeah, I mean, just to listen to the difference between how she delivers the lyrics and how she delivers those like ornaments. I'll call them ornaments. You can call them riffs, you can call them whatever. In classical, we call them ornaments. Ornamentation, variazione, whatever it is. This has its own category, right?
Every little thing we do is toxico. You feed me the poison I've been feeding you. All the smoke and mirrors are long gone. All the pretty flowers are dead and thorns. Every little thing we do is toxic. It's so toxic. So I'll go, 'cause I don't like this anymore. It doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon to know that it's so wrong. So I'll go, 'cause I don't like this anymore. It doesn't take an Einstein, doesn't take an Elon to know that it's so wrong. It's so...
She keeps, it is really a genius move. Like, I like the way you put it, Rune, because the use of the voice is genius here. The use of the voice is a very specific voice for text delivery. The clearest kind, the more conversational, belty, more compressed type of singing. And all that sitting down, quite the stamina. It's vocal stamina. It's vocal stamina. Come on. Come on, man. But she used that technique that is more understandable, more colloquial, more conversation-like to deliver text. Even when she goes up to high stuff, she keeps that compression in the voice. But then she gets rid of it and relies on pure beauty for the parts of the singing that is just about the sound. And so it's almost like you have two singers side by side, but she has that flexibility and that understanding of what aesthetic truly means in the music to make those choices, which is something I can learn from. I can start using that idea in my own singing, and I'm starting to think about ways I can do that. There are parts in opera that are more important to get the text out. There are parts that are more important to get the beauty of the sound out. And you can sing them differently, right? That's allowed. And it's actually a really intelligent way of approaching it, especially for the audience. You learn something every day from great musicians. That's the other reason why we do this stuff. Beautiful. Let's play it out. That's so awesome. Ah, gorgeous. Thank you, Miss Chuck Terry, for sharing. That's a brilliant one. Next up, guys. I'm going to start chugging along. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, we've only been streaming for 2 hours. We're good. The queue still delivers. The community, the taste, the musical taste of the community really, really goes.